Let me begin by saying that I support North Dakota's State Implementation Plan, or SIP, addressing the technologies required for regional haze improvements at Basin Electric's Leland Oil Stations 1 and 2. The state's plan thoroughly considered all of the required factors and reflects a sound and effective plan for the state that does not impose unreasonable or ineffective burdens that must ultimately be paid by the consumer. That is not true for the proposal now made by EPA. EPA is improperly impinging upon the state's authority, proposing to impose unjustified burdens on those who pay for electricity. As a part of its plan, the state of North Dakota, through the Department of Health, is requiring Leland Oil Stations 1 and 2 to install sulfur dioxide state-of-the-art scrubbers costing hundreds of millions of dollars that will reduce more than 90% of the sulfur dioxide currently being emitted from those facilities. In addition, North Dakota's Health Department is requiring Basin Electric to install technologies that are proven to work on North Dakota lignite that will significantly reduce nitrous oxide emissions. The Health Department did evaluate the selective catalytic reduction, SCR, technology that now proposed by EPA, but properly concluded that it was not the best available retrofit technology for controlling nitrous oxide. The law required the Health Department to consider all the various technologies, weigh their costs and benefits, and determine whether installing them would improve visibility. This analysis is required to be made by each facility on a case-by-case basis. The Health Department, again, has made the right decision based upon sound science, sound policy, and what the law requires. EPA should acknowledge and respect North Dakota's authority and discretion to make the right judgment. The state's authority and flexibility to regulate its own clean air programs is an essential part of the Clean Air Act. Congress understood that a one-size-fits-all approach would not work. As such, they designed the Clean Air Act, including Regional Haze Program, to prevent the federal government from substituting its inflexible judgment for a state's superior knowledge of local conditions and needs. When it comes to implementing the Regional Haze rules, EPA is ignoring North Dakota's authority, local knowledge, and judgment about what is in the best interest of North Dakota. In May of 1961, 50 years ago, Basin Electric began serving rural America through development of hydroelectric and lignite coal-based resources. Today, Basin Electric has built on that strong legacy of diversifying our energy portfolio to include wind, natural gas, and zero-emissions waste heat. These green projects represent a capital investment of more than $1 billion in renewable resources. By 2011, Basin Electric will have wind and green generation throughout North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Montana, and Iowa, with an installed capacity of more than 780 megawatts. Our core business is coal-based electric generation and transmission, with coal gasification, synthetic natural gas production, CO2 capture, compression and transport, gas turbine generation, wind-generated power, and renewable waste heat generation, as well as with nuclear power expanding our energy portfolio. Our electric generation facilities are located in North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Montana, Minnesota, and Iowa. Most of Basin Electric's baseload generation plants are in North Dakota and Wyoming, however. I'm pleased that Basin Electric has diversified our energy portfolio in recent years, but I'm also proud of our environmental stewardship that has been strong since our beginning. Basin Electric and its subsidiary facilities have a solid environmental compliance history. Cooperatives are owned by their members. Our members rightfully and fairly demand that the enormous technical and financial investments that are necessary to meet regulatory standards be sound, reasonable, and provide real and meaningful benefits. But with the issue at hand, EPA is requiring Basin Electric to spend hundreds of millions more on technology that is not proven to work on Leland Oil Station and will have little or no effect on visibility. Visibility improvements that cannot be detected by the human eye is not a sound investment in today's difficult times, and in my opinion does not provide a benefit to the visitors of Theodore Roosevelt National Park or the Lost Woods Wilderness area. We must have a solution that justifies the cost, not solutions that have enormous cost with little benefit. In conclusion, Basin Electric has made substantial investments in the Leland Oil Station to maintain it as a reliable source of generation for our membership. The state of North Dakota is requiring Basin Electric to install proven technology to comply with the state's implementation plan. Basin Electric has agreed to comply with a substantial cost of more than $400 million. But for EPA now to overrule the state and require SCR technology that is unproven is unacceptable to us. What would this do to the reliability of the Leland Old Station, and what will it do to the cost to produce electricity? I believe the investment requirements made by North Dakota SIP gives us the regulatory and operational certainty that we need. The state SIP is a well thought out plan and should be accepted as a right plan for